So, we got a new intro, guys. Hopefully this one sticks around for much longer than the other ones, but whatever. So today we are going to be continuing the node series. This one's going to be less like part 3 and more of just, hey, let's learn some new weird random things. So in this one, we're going to be using some gradient and stuff to make this weird little abstract shaded thing that you can add to a character, for example. Another practical application for this is I did the exact same procedure on this render outside of this compositing trick. Gradienting these two materials together to make this really, really cool vibe. And I think it's really cool. And let's go ahead and pop open these nodes. This is what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to move this guy over here as my reference, and we're going to open up a new Blender file. Today we're going to be using a base mesh. Now, if you can use anything you want here. If you just look up head base mesh, there's tons and tons of free ones. So I'm just going to go ahead and import the OBJ right here on my desktop, and right here, free OBJ male head. So we have this guy. I'm going to go to the front here, and we can start shading this guy now. So I'm just going to move him up a little bit and head on over to shading. Now I'm going to be using cycles for this. So we're going to pop one open, and I'm going to hit Z, rendered in cycles, and let's go ahead and there's no lighting here. So if you click this down arrow right here and bring this there, you get one of the default HDRIs. You have several to pick from. Now, if you're going to be using Eevee, I will show you one thing you need to do if you want to use Eevee for this, but I find this to just look the best in cycles. So step 1, we need to get in a mix shader, MIX, mix shader, and we'll get transparent. So the transparent BSDF right here. Now we'll take this mix shader and pop him right up here, and let's go ahead and start shading. So get a color ramp. Like always, I've shown in this shader series, color ramps control a lot of things, give you flexibility and all that fun stuff. Now I'm going to get my noise texture, NOI. Now in this case, any texture is appropriate. You can do whatever you want. In fact, I'm going to use the magic texture this time because I think I have a great idea for it. So Control T with that map, with the Node Wrangler add-on, and plug the vector straight to the object vector connection, and then we'll use the magic texture right there. Now we have all this weird gradienting blobs. Let's go from linear here to constant, just like that, and we'll bring this in. So now we have those straight edge cuts. I'm going to bring my depth to say 4, bring my distortion pretty heavily up, and then bring the scale down. So now we have all this fun stuff. I'll bring my depth to 2. That'll look nice. Okay, so now we have this swirly boy. Now, if you're using Eevee, I'm going to go to material preview here. If you're using Eevee, what you need to do is in Eevee, go to your material, and then on blend mode, use alpha blend. What alpha blend is going to do is allow you to gradient this. You can see some weird things going on with alpha blend. Maybe you can go to alpha hashed. That might solve your problems. So use alpha hash or alpha blend for you Eevee users, depending on which one works for you. I'm going to swap back over here to cycles. Now, when I was making this design, I wanted this sort of head part to be this thin, weird wire, and the mouth part to be renderable in terms of being able to see it as a mouth and a head. And I thought that was a really, really cool concept. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a noise texture, NOI, noise texture. We're going to plug the mapping here to the noise texture, and I'm going to get this color ramp, bring it down here, plug that there, and then just to make sure it's working correctly, I'm going to swap this out. And then let's say bring this over like that. And then I'm going to bring my detail all the way up and also my roughness up so we get this nice, smooth, almost cement-looking shader. And then we can just bring in this color ramp like that to kind of look like it's distressed, but you can still see the mouth, the whole head, all that fun stuff. So I'm going to bring this over like this, and Shift A, we'll get a mix RGB, plug that there. Put this guy on the bottom one just for organization, but it really doesn't matter. Plug that guy there. So now they're mixing together in a not so great way. Let's get another color ramp. And let's get a gradient. GR gradient, Control T with that Node Wrangler add-on, object, color. So now it's gradienting this way just to make sure, see how it looks in Eevee. This is, yeah, so it looks pretty good in Eevee, but it will just look much, much better in Cycles, in my humble opinion. If I bring this in a little bit, you can see the gradient looks good. So they both really kind of speak to each other pretty well. But I'm a big Cycles guy. I love Cycles. So we're going to switch this over, and I think on the X rotation, got to rotate it by 90. No, that's not the move. I think it's Z. 90. There we go. So now he's like this, which is really, really cool. What I can do now, because I don't like how smooth the gradient is, that I can bring it in like this, and then on the X location, bring it down, and then say I can bring these two in together to really get a better look. All really just depends on your artistic style, what you want to do with this. And now we have this cut in half situation. In my original render, I actually used a noise texture. So in OI, noise texture, vector, factor, roughness down to 0, detail down to 0. And then I did a pretty big scale, something like this. And now we have my original render. So this is a really cool exercise for just making really cool shading, all that fun stuff. And then I made it yellow, just really cool and really fun. And you get this just crazy concept. You can even make this big, and then you get this wild, almost looks like fine art kind of sculpture situation. So you can go ahead, and then if you want to add some bump nodes and stuff like that, you can add like a bump node, play with roughness, all that fun stuff with this really cool concept that you can add to stuff and make things look really, really cool. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something.